Buli omu asaanidde okulya kilo 25 ez'ebyennyanja buli mwaka.
My name is Nazziwa. I'm the Aquaculture Technician here at Mukono-ZARDI, the National Agriculture Research Organization Zonal Institution of Central Uganda. And here I'm the Aquaculture Technician, and allow me take you through what we do here. This is our outdoor aquaculture unit, and what we do here is to produce tilapia fry that we give you as seed that you take at home to do fish farming on your own. The special thing about our tilapia fry is that we give it to you when it's all male tilapia fry, and I'm going to take you through the processes that we do to get the all male tilapia fry. Come with me. This is one of our strong fry production tanks. At our outdoor unit, we have both fry production tanks, fry nursing tanks, and broodstock development tanks. So our fry production starts from a tank like this. We get a tank like this and stock in male and female fish. We stock them in a ratio of 3:1. So the reason why we do that is because the male fish like to fight for their mates. So when you get 3 males and give them 1 fish, it's not fair. We do it the other way around. 1 male shares 3 females, which is good because here males want to compete for their mates. So we use a production period of 1 month because tilapia have a gestation period of only 1 month or 21 days. As you can see on our fry production chart, the information we put here is to ease the work of our people. Even when I am not around, it is clear that this is our fry production tank. Our stocking date was 6th of this month, 2025, and we expect to harvest the baby fish on the 2nd of September this very year. And this is the fish number. So during that time, some of the management practices that we do to ensure that fish give us baby fish in a big number is to maintain water quality. What we do to maintain water quality is on each of these tanks, we have a point where water is coming into the tank, our inlet pipe, and we also have at the extreme, that pipe that you see that is out of the water is our outlet point. So when fresh water comes into the pond, dirty water gets out of the pond, and that is one of the mechanisms we do to ensure water quality. The other management practice we do is feeding. So every single day we feed our breeding fish on proportions. We weigh feed. For example, this particular tank is eating 2.4 kilograms of feed in a day. So we weigh that fish in the morning and every time we feel like we pour a substantial amount of food that we are sure the fish will eat. And we feed by broadcasting the feed on the tank like this. So during feeding the fish, we ensure that we do not put a lot of feed that is not going to be eaten because this food is expensive. A kilo ranges from 3,500 to 4,000 shillings depending on the quality. We ensure we use good quality feed, but when we are using it, we are careful not to waste it. So besides feeding, we also harvest the fry because this is our major purpose of doing this. We use harvesting nets, we seine through the pond or tank and use our scoop nets for fry, scoop the fish out. When I say fry, I mean the baby fish. Scoop the fry out of the seining net, put them in the buckets and take them to the fry nursing tanks. And that process is done once every month. So we harvest fish 11 times in a year and the fish rest 1 month in a year. So let me now take you to the nursing tanks and you see how we nurse the fry. So when we harvest fry from the fry production tank, it comes to these fry nursing tanks. So we have to encourage keeping data or records so that we always keep track. When we stock the young fry here, we make sure that we maintain water quality by both letting in clean water in so that dirty water gets out. Feed them adequately every day. For these ones, we do not weigh feed for them. We just have a lump sum of feed, say 2 kilos, and we ensure we feed them every hour. Once every hour. So after feeding and ensuring water quality, the other trick that I said for us here, we produce all male tilapia fry. We just put the hormone that is responsible for making the fish not to produce in the food. So as we are feeding them, we are giving them that hormone so that when you take the fish in your pond, they are not doing you a disservice by producing these so many babies, because a tilapia fish can give birth. A single fish can give you from 300 pieces to 500 pieces every month, and you don't want that. For you, you want to take the fish, grow it to an edible size and sell it so that you get money to stock again. So basically for us here, what we do, after nursing these fish, we nurse them for 1 month, taking care of them like that for 1 month. And now we grade them because they do not grow at the same point. So we grade them to separate the smaller fish from the bigger fish. Now during that grading time of after 1 month, if we have a client who wants 0.5 fish and below, we are free to sell them to him or her. But if we don't have the client at that particular time, we transfer them to another nursing tank where we continue taking care of them, but when they are slightly bigger, as you will see in the other tank. So after transferring the fish that is not bought at 0.5 grams, we transfer it here. And if the camera comes close, you will see that for them, they are slightly bigger than the other ones where we started from. So during this period, between 0.5 grams and 1.5 grams, we have to ensure that we have got a client who is going to buy this fish, because we do not have space to keep it for more than 2 months. So overall, we stay with fry for not more than 2 months. And if it is beyond 2 months, then we can keep it as our grow out fish. The reason why more farmers need to get interested in fish farming is because we have the major primary source of fish in Uganda as fish that is caught from the lakes. That is the wild fish. And if you don't know wild fish, those are the Nile tilapias, the mputa, the nkeje, mukene that you see in the market. But as we talk right now, the level of the amount of fish that we harvest from the lake is very less right now. It is not as much as it used to be. Because of the bad harvesting methods, the fishermen currently, they know the lake is theirs. They know fish is there every single day. So they're doing bad harvesting methods, and that has deteriorated the stocks of our lakes. So in there, we have to supplement as aquaculture or fish farming. If we come on board and raise fish by ourselves and do not only rely on the fish from the lakes, we shall be helping our water bodies to boost their production and also the populations in the country to have enough fish to eat. So there is plenty of opportunity because fish has a lot of market. The government gets foreign exchange from the feed, from the taxes, and also when anybody sells, that is also captured as revenue that is from fish. So do not hesitate to do fish farming because it's very profitable. Even though the amount of money needed is high compared to other ventures, the profit margin is quite high. Talking about what fish eat, we feed them on pelletized feed, which looks like this. The reason why we are doing this is to give them a concentrated feed that has all the nutrients that it needs. what we concentrate on when we are getting a feed is the good protein content of the feed. Because proteins are bodybuilding foods, we want the fish to build muscle as fast as it can, so that the farmer who is keeping the fish gains and sells the fish very fast in order to get profit. So over here I have different types and sizes of feed. When the fish are young, they start eating from powder and 0.5 millimeters like this. But by the time you take it to your farm, it is eating 1 millimeter of food, which looks like this. So the reason why we do this is that when you give a small fish big pellets feed like this, they will not be able to eat them. But you increase the pellet size of the food as the fish is growing. Especially you look at the mouth size. So over here is 2 millimeters, and this, the 1 millimeter can be fed on fish from about 1 month to 2 months old from the time you take it. 2 millimeter can be fed on the fish at the lesser period for about 1 month only, at about 3 months from the time when you take it. 3 millimeters is unnecessary if you have the 4 millimeters. But the fish can switch from 2 meter direct to 4 millimeter. So we have a finisher. From about 5 months to the time you sell, you can give them 4 millimeter, and some markets have the 6 millimeter. So this feed, as it goes from the lowest pellet size to the highest, the nutrient content changes. The nutrient content is highest here, up to 45% crude protein. And when we go to over here, the 4, it is only about 30% crude protein. So fish, when it's young, it needs more protein content than when it is grown up. If you put a high infusion of protein in here, the feed will be expensive, and yet the fish are already grown. So the higher the protein content this way, the more expensive the feed, up to like 5,000 shillings, and the lower the protein content in the feed, like up to here, the less expensive the feed is. So just like we give our babies high nutrient content feeds like food like eggs, milk, we also give the fish feed that is of high protein content, and that is what we do here. Some people feed their fish with things like sukuma wiki, cabbages, offals, grasses. Those things are edible by the fish if you train them, but they are not nutritious as this food is. And some farmers also say that I will just feed my fish with maize bran. When you go and buy maize bran from the market or the poultry feed producers, the maize bran does not have enough nutrients like this pelletized food has. So if you want to do fish farming, we call for you and urge you to invest in good quality feeds. Trust me, the money will be there when you use the trusted complete pelletized feeds than when you use the own farm made feeds. So in conclusion, that is what we have here, all male tilapia fry, and we do also science of the genetics and phenotypics of this tilapia. We want to be able to give you the best of the best, so that when you take the seed from us as Ntaawo, it is going to perform very well. We do not only stop at this, but we also do trainings of farmers. If you want knowledge, any information to do with fish farming, how to raise fish, before you even start, you can come to us and we guide you through, do the economics with you, get you good seed, show you where you can get other inputs like feed and nets, so that you go into fish farming when you have a technical person that is guiding you through it. There you will benefit more than someone who is just doing it on your own. And we also train learners, primary school, secondary school, and university students. Those who want to get hands-on trainings, we give them here at AfriCoast. Apart from those one-day tours, there it is very cheap, 5,000 per head. You come and the student will learn about fish farming and all other enterprises that we have here at the institution. So thank you so much for watching me. I hope you have a lovely day or evening. Bye.